Greetings. My name is Rami Al-Haddad. I'm the Chief Information Officer at National Aviation Services, NAS. My role is to oversee the development and operation of information technology across our global network. It's my pleasure to be with you here today to present you with our digital health solution. Our digital health solution is mainly made of two parts. Musafir, which is the Arabic word for traveler. This is the front-end portal used by travelers to be able to complete all formalities related to complying with travel requirement during COVID pandemic. And the second part is MUNA. MUNA stands for Medical Utility Network Accreditor. This is the backend system which connects accredited laboratories only to be able to issue COVID-19 credentials, whether it's vaccination certificates or PCR test results or any other acceptable test results. It also allows only authorized staff of airlines, ground handler, health authorities, or airport authorities to be able to verify these credentials once presented by passengers. The system uses blockchain technology and decentralized identity. This illustration shows how the different components are connected. MUNA in the backend connects to verifiers at airports. It also connects to laboratories around the world to be able to issue COVID-19 test certificates or vaccination certificates. The system also connects to government agencies to be able to verify identities and documentations. And it connects to airline departure control systems to be able to issue OK to board. The system is designed to solve the challenges presented during the pandemic. I will now take you through 8 of the most common challenges and how the system resolves them. The first one is the ability to have a minimum acceptable lab standards. For arriving passengers, countries may want to verify that the credentials being presented as test results from overseas laboratories are accurate. How can you ensure that these laboratories overseas comply with your local government standards? And the solution we have for this is that we document the standards required within the country, and this can include certain approval for equipment such as FDA or CE. It may include certain experiences and qualifications of laboratory staff. We then have a world-class audit team that audit labs overseas against the requirements. Only approved labs will be able to issue credentials for passengers flying to your country from these laboratories which comply with your standards. The second challenge is the ability to identify fraudulent PCR certificates. Approved labs will submit the PCR test results directly using blockchain technology, therefore eliminating possibilities of fraud and providing full traceability. Authorized staff will be able to verify the test certificates securely. Next challenge is matching the identity of the passenger to the person who took the test. And the way we solve it is, at the time of taking the PCR test, each passenger's biometric identity is collected and saved in the blockchain together with the results. When passengers arrive at your airport, their biometric identities are cross-checked along with the PCR test results on the blockchain. The next challenge is the ability to verify lost paper certificates. Some individuals may have lost their paper certificates during travel, or they might not have access to a digital copy on their device. MUNA solution is an inclusive solution. Verification officer at your airport will not rely on a printed certificate or a digital one presented by the passenger. Instead, your authorized staff will be able to retrieve the lab results directly from your blockchain using the passenger passport details. Next challenge is for arriving passengers. How can we verify PCR results prior to passenger arrival? PCR test results need to be verified by airline staff at departure airport prior to boarding the inbound flight to the receiving country. The MONA system integrates with airline systems, departure control systems, using APIs, allowing airline staff to verify the authenticity and validity of the PCR test results against your requirements. This integration also allows the airline staff to verify other requirements, such as quarantine hotel booking. The next challenge is ensuring data privacy and security. The MONA system is based on blockchain technology using highly secure cryptography algorithms. The blockchain saves copies of the same information on a distributed computing environment. MONA is compliant with privacy requirements, including GDPR, and it ensures that required consents are collected at all relevant touchpoints. The next challenge is handling mandatory requirements beyond PCR. Traveling to a country may require more than just a PCR test certificate. For example, a quarantine hotel or travel insurance. The system can be customized to accommodate any additional mandatory requirements suggested by government authorities and organizations. In addition, the system can integrate with external data sources using APIs. The next challenge is interoperability. Passengers traveling from your country need to present their credentials to overseas authorities in a secure, verifiable way. MONA is interoperable with other systems and digital passes. The system can be configured to allow the secure exchange of test credentials with other verification systems. I will now take you through some samples and functions of the front end. This is a typical Musafir app. In this example, we have 4 main functionalities on screen. The first one is showing your COVID vaccination. And the second is presenting PCR test results, either as PDF or a QR code. And the other 2 are workflows for arrival or departure flight, which ensure that the passenger enter all relevant data, as well as comply with all travel requirements. Here is an example of a departure flight. In this example, the passenger will be able to complete health check questionnaire, book a check-in visit, complete their online check-in, purchase some safety items such as masks, pre-book their meals, or even purchase duty-free. All of that is an additional to being able to upload PCR test results, upload your vaccination certificate, as well as book appointments at approved laboratories for your PCR tests. This slide shows the interface for showing the vaccination certificates and sharing it securely via a QR code, which is valid for only 10 minutes from the time that it's requested to be shared with an authorized personnel. Credentials presented by MONA can be verified using different form factors, such as e-gates, physical documents, such as passports or an ID, QR codes, or self-service kiosks. The system has many unique advantages, such as inclusivity. The system applies for all passengers, regardless whether they're using a digital device or not. It also integrates directly with airlines beyond presenting COVID credentials. It can actually check all the requirements for a specific country and provide the airline with an OK to board. And finally, the system can provide a sustainable commercial model. Here is an example of a current implementation at Kuwait International Airport in collaboration with the Kuwaiti Directorate General of Civil Aviation and the Kuwaiti Ministry of Health. To date, more than 200,000 passengers have used Kuwait Musafir, and more than 85,000 PCR test certificates have been verified. There are more than 200 laboratories across 84 cities in 19 countries that are currently listed on Kuwait Musafir. You can visit Kuwait Musafir on kuwaitmusafir.gov.kw. NAS is proud to be serving more than 100 airlines across more than 50 international airports globally. Our portfolio of services includes engineering services, cargo, lounge management, meet and assist, fixed base operation, travel solution, aviation security, aviation training, and airport technology. I hope that you have found this presentation to be useful, and I look forward to receiving your feedback. This was Rami Al-Haddad, Chief Information Officer at National Aviation Services. Thank you and have a nice day.